Today I'm going to tell you about the most dramatic foundation myth you will hear. The legend of Romulus, Remus, a she-wolf, the gods, a dramatic case of fratricide, and the founding myth of Rome. The Trojan War, documented in the Iliad, Hector, Achilles, Paris and Helen, ended with the sack of the city of Troy. Now legend claims that the survivors of the fall of Troy, led by Aeneas, arrived in Italy, and the descendants of Aeneas settled in Alba Longa, an ancient hilltop town near the future site of Rome. Proca, king of Alba Longa, had two sons, Numitor and Amulius. Numitor, the rightful king, was ousted by his ambitious brother Amulius. Amulius proceeded to kill or oppress any possible rival to his rule. Rhea Silva, a daughter of Numitor, was appointed a Vestal Virgin by Amulius to prevent her from producing any male heirs. Of course, this did not prevent divine intervention, and Rhea Silva conceived her sons Romulus and Remus with the god of war, Mars. She hid her pregnancy, and Romulus and Remus were born in secret. When a furious Amulius discovered Rhea Silva had borne male heirs, he threw her into prison. Fearing Romulus and Remus would grow up and pose a threat to him in the future, Amulius had the twin boys abandoned on the banks of the river Tiber, left to die. Romulus and Remus were saved by the god Tiberinus, father of the Tiber river. The twins were discovered and suckled by a she-wolf, and consequently survived. The shepherd named Faustulus found and adopted the twin boys with his wife Laurentia. The twins grew up tending flocks, completely oblivious of their true identity, and they soon were both powerful and popular and influential in their community. During a festival, troops of Amulius attacked the settlement, but Romulus fought and beat them back. In the chaos, the bandits took Remus back to face Amulius. Amulius sent Remus to be sentenced by Numitor. Faustulus had noted all along the qualities of Romulus and Remus, and quietly suspected they may be the offspring of Rhea Silva. With the kidnapping of Remus, Faustulus broke down and poured out all his suspicions to Romulus. Romulus feared for his brother and wanted revenge against Amulius. Questioning Remus, Numitor began to develop suspicions about who these two twin male brothers were, and promptly freed Remus. Romulus headed for Alba Longa and soon met his brother, recently released. The brothers now joined and attacked the palace at Alba Longa, where Romulus killed Amulius. Numitor initially feared a foreign invasion, but actually Romulus and Remus pledged their support to him as the rightful king of Alba Longa. Numitor now announced Romulus and Remus as his grandsons, and revealed to all the scheming and the plotting of Amulius. Preferring not to wait to inherit Alba Longa in the future, Romulus and Remus set off to build a new city for themselves along the river Tiber. They settled for an area where the river Tiber traced a path between 7 hills. Romulus chose the Palatine Hill, close to where they had been rescued as babies, while Remus preferred Aventine Hill, a place more suitable for construction. As twins, they had a joint and equal claim to rule the city. Unable to decide who would rule, they requested advice from Numitor, who advised them to seek the approval of the gods for divine omens. Well, Remus saw 6 birds on the Aventine Hill, while Romulus claimed he saw 12 on the Palatine Hill. They argued and a fight soon ensued. Remus died at the hands of his brother Romulus, who went on to found the city of Rome on the Palatine Hill and rule as its first king. Early attempts to populate the new city of Rome failed due to a lack of women. Despite attempts to invite women to Rome through marriage and invitation, there was no interest whatsoever. An enraged Romulus decided to use force instead. He planned a harvest festival with feasting, games, and invited the populations of local towns and tribes as guests. The Sabines attended in very large numbers, and suddenly Romulus ordered the young women to be abducted and dragged back to the city of Rome. The outraged Sabine families demanded the return of their women, but they were waved away and informed that the men of Rome wanted families and children too, and besides, the women would not be harmed. Romulus and his forces beat back the expected attacks and soon began to expand into neighbouring towns. Hasilia, wife of Romulus, pleaded for him to show mercy to the captured towns. He did, but on the condition that the captured towns joined the rapidly growing city of Rome. Titus Tatius, king of the Sabines, performed an attack on the city of Rome, and a prolonged fight ensued. The captured Sabine women emerged to separate the forces of Romulus from their Sabine families. Eventually the Romans and the Sabines agreed to a truce, but under the rule of Rome. The rule of Romulus ended during a huge storm. It was claimed he was taken up to the heavens, and that it was his wish that Rome would become the capital of the world. The legend of Romulus and Remus was very important to the Romans, as it linked them to the city of Troy and marked the city of Rome for greatness. Romulus was considered a descendant of the part divine Trojan prince Aeneas, and also a child of the god of Mars. The legend defined Rome's identity, its origins and its moral values. Roman historians and Roman traditions claimed Romulus founded the armies, its laws, its religion and its government. Ancient historians were convinced Romulus named the city. Plutarch claimed the twins were born in 771 BC. Other Roman historians believed the city of Rome was founded between 758 and 728 BC. The myth of Romulus and Remus remains one of the most troubling foundation myths, a case of fratricide, brother killing brother, and as a result founded, for a time, the most powerful city in the world. Click here to get even closer to Italy and Sicily.